I'm back. And you know, would you believe it? Me, of all people, I've changed my mind. Yeah, no. What we're going to do first is we're going to nip into the temple and get this last gift. Because we are literally next to it. Then, then we'll go and see our uncle. We'll finish the game. We will finish the story. All the records and Mongol artifacts can wait until further. I want to see how this ends. Pigeon's blood. This avenging demon. Fair enough. Right, let's switch our gear back to our ghost armor. Ooh. Yeah, we'll go with ghost armor for the moment. Maybe. It looks cooler. Better than the Mongol stuff. Well, then again, no, sod it. We'll stick with the ultimate armor. Right, map. Fast travel's unlocked anyway. Hold on. Look at that. Tsushima liberated. Occupied status? None. Oh, that feels so good. That feels so... Right, back to Omi Village. Back to... face our uncle. And I've got a sinking feeling this is going to end in a duel. Think about it. We have one duel left. Gonna be our uncle. Gonna have to fight our uncle.
You deserve the best, boy.
And I really hope it's not going to end the way I think it is. My heart can't... Oh, come on! More Mongols! Really? I don't know. Okay, before I go and take those Mongols on, I'm quite curious as to what this hidden shrine is. I know I'm easily distracted, so sue me. Ow. Fish. Look at the fish. Okay, right. That done.
Who will face me first?
Oh, hold on a minute. The Kai armor for this one. Let's get rid of them all quickly. As he probably dies. One. Two. Three. I killed your commander. Do you really think you can take me? Headshot. There we go. Right. In fairness, though, it probably would be the Batman scenario where I'll end up just dying to a random bandit. Not that Batman dies to a bandit, but a bit of Batman lore, at least as far as my memory goes, Bruce Wayne has always believed that he will not die to the likes of the Joker or Mr. Freeze, but will just be shot in an alley by a kid with a gun. Oh, this is a lot closer than I thought it was.
Tsushima isn't here. I'll wait for him on the dock.
Aha! Our final haiku. Hold on. Fish? Fish! Sorry. I shall name them Eric. Sit and wait. Oh. That a beautiful sight. Oh, we've got changed as well.
Jin,
Uncle,
I wasn't sure you would come.
I wanted to talk with you. If we work together, we can drive off the remaining Mongols. Start rebuilding our home.
That is not your duty. The Shogun has disbanded Clan Sakai. As of today, you are no longer samurai.
I sacrificed everything for my people. and I would do it again.
New samurai are coming to replace those we lost. They will occupy your land and estate.
I have to say goodbye to my home.
Ride with me.
Hail of Lord Shimura. That's bitter. Really bitter. But not completely unexpected.
Will you remain in Jito of Tsushima?
Yes. The Shogun asked me to train his warriors to fight the Mongols.
Good. They won't give up until they've conquered all of Japan.
I will spend what years I have left ensuring they fail. A task I hoped we would face together, as father and son.
You can still remarry, start a new family.
Yes, I suppose I can. Looks like he could use a push.
Here, let us help you.
Do not trouble yourselves, my lord.
Nonsense.
You can't do it alone.
You are much too kind. The mud is thicker than it looks.
That's a heavy load. Where are you headed?
Jogaku. The ghost army is up there.
He has an army.
You didn't hear? They'll sail for the Mongol steppes with a storm at their back. Burn their homes to the ground.
An impressive goal.
This is everything I can offer them. I hope it helps.
Then we will see you on your way.
Might continue on long dead.
Thank you, my lord.
Jogaku is many miles from here. Keep away from the mud and the Mongols.
I will.
I have no idea what he's talking about.
Not here. Follow me.
Come on, Nobu.
I don't have an army.
Every day, more people flock to your cause. The Shogun is concerned. I am concerned.
You have nothing to fear.
When the new clans arrive, will people bow to their samurai? Or betray them in the name of the ghost?
I won't let them do that. They'll listen to
You
me.
openly defied me, Jin. My most trusted warrior. You taught our people to disobey their leaders. What makes you think your followers will obey you?
Won't. This is an awkward path to ride on.
It's
Come
not
on.
riding. Walk with me, Jin.
As you wish.
Case that he needs ghost to restore order. Got a bad
My
feeling
family
here.
cemetery.
The resting place of 7 generations of Sakai, including your mother.
And my father.
We must pay our respects.
miss this.
So will I. The Shogun has declared you a traitor.
Here you go.
He ordered you to kill me.
The Ghost was an outlaw. He taught our people to defy their leaders.
To defend themselves.
With poison. A gift you gave to our enemy.
I had to stop you from throwing away our people's lives.
You have no honor.
And you are a slave to it.
You are my son. Now I must continue the line of Shimura without you. I must start a new family.
And my head is the cost.
Taking it is my punishment. Our final day together. It is beautiful. It's time. Write the last words of Clan Sakai.
And Clan Shimura.
Our final hike. Motion in this. Select on loss. Hands that shake. Eyes that saw my pain. Destiny needed. Bond broken. Fate neither of. F for me. Where we part.
Eyes that saw my pain. A fate neither of us want. This is where we part.
Your parents will always be with you.
Yes, Uncle.
I will train you to become the strongest warrior Clan Sakai has ever known. I will raise you as my own son. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Greatest challenge.
I can't fail the Shogun.
No, you don't.
The wounds dealt my spirit will never heal.
Killing me will only make them worse. I don't want to hurt you.
You want revenge for my failure. This is not my revenge. It is my punishment.
Oh, crap. Why did you face that way, Jin? Go! Get up!
Honor me with a warrior's death.
I don't know. Walk away. Tsushima needs him. Yes. Tsushima needs him.
I have no honor. But I will not kill my family.
The ghost will be hunted for the rest of his days.
I know.
All things in balance. There we go. Platinum. What a game. What a game. I don't regret that ending. ghost of no honor and the samurai who is a slave to it. All things must be in balance. If we've lost our shogunate, we've lost our we're not a samurai anymore. Our own colours needed to keep balance. We gave so much and now we've given everything. Oh god, this game. This game! I can't... Wow. Got the thoughts video to do, but first, credits. These people. Wrong side for a change. All of them. Each and every dev, you have done amazing. This has to be one of my all-time favourite games. It just has to be. I'll save it for the thoughts video, but oh man. Oh man, oh man! The art style, the combat, story, the missions, the world, the characters. Completed. Ghost of Tsushima, completed, one playthrough. But you know what? You still have a few more things to do. We still have the banners to collect. We still have the last artifacts to get. We are going to complete this game 100%. We've platinumed it, but that's not the end. We are going to get the banners. We're going to get the records. We're going to get the Mongol artifacts. We are going to get every last thing we can out of this game. Because it deserves it. I'll say every last thing. Will I get all the customizable objects? Well, I suppose I can get all the dyes. A lot of running around after flowers, but hey, there'll be a chill stream, won't it? Ghost of Tsushima flower collecting for the win. But, oh man. Man, oh man, oh man. Oh man. All of you have joined me on this journey in live on Twitch, in the archives, in the VODs. Now, throughout the entire 60 plus hours of this game we've done, thank you. Thank you for joining me on this journey. That voice cast. Just missed it, but that voice cast. You did amazing. The voice, the dubbing in this game is just extraordinary. They have done such a good job with it. And the music. I'm getting the soundtrack. I'm not kidding. I have not fallen so deeply, so utterly and completely in love with a game since I played Assassin's Creed 2 all those years ago. This game... Game of the year for me. Game of the year. Hands down. I know Cyberpunk's on the horizon. I know it's going to be an amazing game, but this game has such a high bar with me. This game means so much to me now. We'll see. We will see. Before then, we have the Outer Worlds DLC. Memory of the fallen souls who gave their lives in the Battle of Tsushima. Of course, because real events. Oh, yeah. There's not much more I can say. I can't get. I don't think words exist to express how much I love this game. And we've still got the fourth video to do. Come to think of it, so yeah. I'm gonna let the credits play, by the way. I've mentioned that already, probably, but yeah, I'm gonna let them play because these people deserve it. These people, they bloody well deserve it. You lads. Other thing, I think this will probably be a franchise. Massive respect to them if they just leave it at the one game. If the franchise ended here, I'd be fine with it. I would be fine if they did just one Ghost of Tsushima and they left it, because Yes, there are bits and pieces they could tweak and change and fix. Every game has that. But for me, I mean, look, Ocarina of Time has things that can be made better. Mario 64 has things that can be made better. You can take any game. One of my all-time favourite games is Mass Effect 2, and I'm pretty sure if I sat down and played it now, I could find things that they could make better in it. Same for Crysis 2, same for COD 4, same for any game I consider one of my favourites of all time. No game's perfect. Damn it. See, this is why I don't give games scores. I don't like giving numerical values. I'd never say a single game is my favourite of all time, because just if they end up in my top 10, if they end up in my favourite games list, then that's it. Top 10 maybe, but even then I could just give 1 to all of them. Just 10 number ones, because each has their own strengths and weaknesses. But yeah, if I had to, if I was forced to, this easily is in the top 3. Easily in the top 3. This is just sorry. I if you can't tell, I get quite passionate about games, and yes, I am still talking, but that's mainly because there's credit music, and you know damn well that someone somewhere is probably going to put a copyright strike on this when it goes on YouTube. And that's fine, I'll put in the counterclaim and we'll figure it all out, and they'll probably say, no, we're holding our previous thing, and that's fine, you get all 0 pence of the money I make on these videos. Congratulations. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to keep talking anyway, because, wow. Gordon Bennett, just. Oh, I need to start thinking of how I'm going to get all of this into a no-holds-barred now, aren't I? There, that's going to be fun. First day, we finish up the last few side quests. We finish up all the collectibles. See what the rest of the... We've already seen the entire island. We've freed Tsushima. We've done everything. We've done everything. Main story's done. All trophies are done. Yeah, last few collectibles. See what we can get. Just... wow. Wow. Oh! Sword. And a new out. No. Ghost armor. Oh no, he was writing a letter.
Lady Masako lost everything. And everyone. If she can keep moving forward, so can I.
I just bugger up something. Uh-oh.
The twin mountains of Clan Sakai. I won't let my family fade from memory. Taka's trial run, before he made my grappling hook.
Oh!
He didn't want to disappoint me. And he never did.
I'm guessing that other banner was Ishikawa. Damn, why is that?
Hope you find peace, Uncle. Yuriko helped me pick these for my mother. I can't believe she kept them all these years.
I'm surprised they survived all these years.
Norio promised he'd teach me to play the Horagai, so we can signal each other across the island. For most of my life, I dreamed of being your son. Yuna's knife. The blade's dull. Can't believe it's still in one piece. Jin Sakai is hereby an official student of Sensei Sadanobu Ishikawa. What have I gotten myself into? Tomoe didn't need this anymore. I hope she found what she was seeking. faithful to the end, Sora.
These are all the bits, memories of our journey.
Smells almost sweet, but it's as deadly as any blade. You should be here, Ryuzo. Trading stories, getting drunk. How long did it take Yuna to make this? I owe her everything. She's the one giving me gifts. Kenji's best. Or so he tells me. I'll have to share it soon. I used to think I only needed a horse, a bow, and my katana.
Like I'm missing something. Unless that's the armor I'm wearing. Actually, what is the armor I'm wearing? Ghost armor. Our vengeance. Oh, it's a new cover. Okay. Shadow of Justice. Yeah, we'll keep the Vow of Vengeance. Of the ghost armor. I'm guessing that's the ghost armor. I might be missing something. I'll have to go off and check, won't we?
Fallen at my family cemetery. Beautiful. Even in death.
Nice touch by the devs. I'm guessing we'll get something for completing all the banners. That everything? Oh! Hello?
Jin,
Yeah.
I like your new home. It suits you.
It will have to do, now that Clan Sakai is gone. And I've been branded a traitor.
I heard about your uncle. Will he come for us?
I don't think so. But sooner or later, someone will.
What matters is you're alive. You defeated Khotun Khan and left the Mongols without a leader. The mainland is safe.
But our home isn't. The Khan's forces are stuck here, more desperate than ever to conquer our island.
Then we'd better keep fighting. Just don't forget, Tsushima needs you.
I'll never forget that.
Good. We'll cover more ground if we split up.
Hit the Mongols from all sides. Take back our home.
Goodbye, Jin. And take care of yourself.
I will. You too, Yuna.
Ghost Transcendent. Armadai. Interesting. Mission's end. You are one of Tsushima's greatest heroes. You know the island better than anyone, and something something. Now. Is. Ooh. Not like it. Home. Else for us to look at. Ramp. Well, technically it's a collapsed bit of roof, but no, not really. Not bad. Oh, there we go.
First the Mongols, now the Shogun. Never imagined I'd be so popular.
I think they've left enough wiggle room for there to be a sequel. Kind of wish that I could meet up with all my old comrades, but oh, maybe we can. One I can think of. Yeah. Oh, there's the Adachi estate. We'll stop by the Adachi estate. If Masako's around. I'm willing to bet this is the end of the game and therefore... Oh, right. I've just realised. We've got a new armor kit, haven't we? Ghost headband. Fine, but I'm afraid I'm going with that. So... Ghost armor, Mongol commander. Excuse me. There we go. We'll go with that. Best armor in the game. Best... Well... Leashing kit, anyway. Doesn't look like Masako. Unless they're all back at the temple. Doubtful. I think they've all gone their separate ways now. I might run into them, but I'm guessing we won't see them until either story DLC or a sequel. They might have left enough wiggle room for a story DLC. How much Shikawa's not around here? You know what? It feels bad, so... Traditions End. Omni Monastery. Okay, Traditions End is the name of our home. Okay. Well played, game. That's a nice name. Noticed, well, I noticed a moment ago, but what? Oh! Oh! Realised I had Kit Mask. Power of Vengeance. Oh, we'll go with Ghost Transcendent, obviously. Awesome. Well, I'm keeping this armor. And there we will save the game, because before we end, there is one thing left to do. I have to mop my brow, because it's still quite warm here. It's quite warm in the UK at the minute. Oh, alright, never mind. I was expecting a sort of a different end screen, to be honest, but hey, I'll take it. There we go. Right. Anyway, let's swap that over, and I need to think of how I'm going to do this, because it's been a while, and I always seem to fumble these up a couple of times on the first go. So... You know what? Speak from the heart. So, okay, Ezio, I think we will start right about here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of No Holds Barred, our sort of end cap to our journeys, our thoughts videos, our way of me getting all of my thoughts of a game out in the open as soon after we've finished a journey, and oh, what a journey it has been this time. So, in case you haven't noticed from the title or even the screen up there, we have just completed our playthrough of Ghost Tsushima on hardest difficulty to Platinum. Actually, I think what we can do here is boo-da-boop, boo-da-boop, just to prove it, Platinum. So there we go. We have completed this game. Well, I say completed. We've still got a few collectibles here and there to get, but we've got all the trophies, we've done all the story, we've unlocked every weapon upgrade, we've unlocked every location on the map, we have done nearly as much as you can. There's, like I said, there's still some banner collectibles and a few records and Mongol artifacts for us to get, only about 3 or 4, which we will do on the next stream after this. But, for the most part, it's done. We have finished the game, and so now it's time for me to basically gush about it, because that's all I can really do at the minute. Coming into this game, I'd already seen a few bits and pieces on Carnage's stream, so if you've not seen him, brilliant chap, I'd recommend giving him a watch. But yes, I saw bits and pieces here on Twitch, and I thought it was interesting, so you know what, I decided, right, that's it, cold turkey, no more videos, I'm going to do a playthrough of it on the channel, on the stream, and oh man, I'm so glad I did. This has easily clocked in as my game of the year so far, and it is going to take a hell of a lot to knock it off that perch. From the opening scene where you are fighting in the first battle for Tsushima to beat the Mongol hordes, and you are just riding along a beach, slashing down the Mongols as you fight for your life. It had enough to grip me into it, and then the story just didn't let up from there. It has made me laugh, it has nearly brought me to tears, it has been an absolute joy to play. I am so besotted with this game. Story-wise, the story is very evocative of old samurai films like Seven Samurai and Crimson Throne and The Last Fortress. It's very much the... I forget the director's name. Conveniently, however, there is an option for that in this game. If you give me a minute, display. There we go. Kurosawa. I mean, how much more do you need to say how much of an influence he was on this game? They've got a Kurosawa mode, which will put the entire game in black and white cinematic for an immersive experience. It's very evocative of Kurosawa's films. The story is fantastic. They've even used some of the old directory tricks. If you've ever watched any of the original Star Wars, the cutaways where it's like a couple of... if you've ever seen it, you'll know the cutaways where the scene transition from one end to the other. That was a Kurosawa technique from the Hidden Fortress, and they've used it in this game. The cutscenes are, from what I can tell, all in engine, and what an engine it is. Everything is beautiful. It is one of the most scenic and beautiful games I have played in a long time. The sunsets are something to behold. The wind blowing through the trees, starting from the main island where it's in summer and finishing off in the winter areas of the frozen wastes up north. It is a truly beautiful game. And one of the great things about it is, yes, they've put a lot of effort into the graphics. Yes, it is a beautiful game, and I'm sure it's pushed my PS4 Pro quite a bit in terms of the graphic capabilities. They've not gone overboard. Some games these days, off the top of my head, Red Dead Redemption 2 and The Last of Us 2, they do beautiful games, but they go a bit overboard. They do everything in intricate, tiny details. You skin an animal and you have to sit there watching an animation, or you upgrade a weapon and you have to sit there watching an animation. None of that here. It is literally bang, 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 very little breaks up the action. You kill an animal for its pelt, well, you press a button and you pick up the animal pelt, and then that's it, it's done, and you don't have to worry about it. You can just keep going. It is a game. It feels... it's a cinematic... the game is very cinematic, it's very beautiful, but it still feels like a game, and that seems to be a rarity these days. I'll talk about graphics. Story-wise, absolutely fantastic. Characters, I have loved them all. I have loved each and every one of them. Khotun Khan makes a fantastic villain as far as I'm concerned. He is rude, he is clever. The end fight with him, I think, could have ended a bit better. I'm not, no spoilers here. I mean, obviously, you know from the outset that he's the main baddie and you're going to kill him in the end. But I don't know. I think they could have probably changed the final fight around a bit more to make it to sort of push it back into that cinematic element as it was. But as it stands, combat, well, mentioning the gameplay and the combat is fantastic. I love the sword play. It does feel clunky at times. One thing that has driven me mad with this game, well, two things actually, and it's in the combat system. The camera can... The way you target enemies is by pointing the camera at them, which it sort of does a soft lock. Sometimes, however, it goes horribly wrong, and even when you're in a one-on-one duel with someone, you can end up turning your back on them, and then they just get a few pot shots off on you. Maybe that's because I need to work better on practicing the game, but after 60 hours, I think there might just be some balancing issues. Another one is you have a standoff mechanic. So when you approach a group of enemies, you can press up on the D-pad in order to call out to them, and then you go on a sort of one-on-one quick time event. You hold down the triangle button, and at the right moment you release it, and you cut down your enemy in one swing. However, sometimes you initiate a standoff, and when you need to see your opponent to see when you hit them, there's a tree in the way. And if you're lucky, you can figure it out, but probably not. So yeah, sometimes the camera can be a bit janky here and there. Controls as well. You as the main character, Jin, you have an arsenal of weapons. It sort of reminds me of Mass Effect in a way. Obviously you've got your sword, but on your sword you have 4 stances you can use. So an enemy with a shield, you use one stance. Spears, you use another stance. You don't have to, but it's beneficial if you do use the correct corresponding stance to the enemy you're fighting. However, the game can be a bit tricky sometimes. It's the same with your ghost weapons. You have an arsenal of throwing knives and sticky bombs and other bits and pieces. You have a bow, 2 types of bow, and smoke bombs and other bits and other gadgets and grenades. However, what I think could have benefited the game massively here is a Mass Effect style weapon wheel. In Mass Effect 2, for example, when you select a different weapon, the game slows down. It goes like into a sort of Matrix focus mode, allowing you time to select your weapon without the enemies rushing you. This game would have done fantastic for something like that. I know it's designed to have you in the action and if you think quickly on your feet, but at the same time you've got so many different sub-menus that you're trying to use during combat. It is very easy to try and select something and you either select the wrong thing or you get pelted or you take a spear to the face. I had that towards the end of the game in the final confrontation where I was trying to select something and I ended up selecting something else entirely, not realising it because I hit the wrong button. So yeah, some bits of the combat system could be fine-tuned. It's not game-breaking. It didn't take away the enjoyment of it. Was it frustrating at times? Just a bit. But for the most part, no, I can't say it's a game breaker. It is not a deal breaker by any means, but at the same time, I would be amiss if I did not mention it. Other than that, travelling around the world. Ah, yes, another thing about the world is the world map. Now, as you venture, Tsushima is a big place. The game focuses very heavily on exploration. However, one thing that I find quite annoying is the mist that covers the map. I know it's there to push you. You can't see the map, so you have to go exploring. You explore so you can unlock fast travel locations. Sometimes you come across a settlement taken over by Mongol forces. Once you rescue the settlement, it unlocks a large chunk of the map. However, that's the only time. So for a lot of it, if you want to uncover everything, for our playthrough, I have uncovered the entire map, every inch of it. Well, most of it. There's small pockets of mist here and there that I've missed, but everything so far, I've cleared the map. What they could have done better here is when you clear a Mongol, like when you clear a Mongol encampment, when you find a fox shrine, when you find a hot spring, when you find a bamboo strike, when you find any sort of small hamlet or a survivor camp, you unlock a large chunk of the map. And they could have broken it up into those segments, sort of like the viewpoints from Assassin's Creed, where less so you just climb a tower and then you scan the area and it unlocks an entire map and everything around it. No, you explore the map and then you find one sort of hub location which opens up that part of the map, so all the undiscovered locations then ping up so you can know that you can go and find them. That would have worked much better than the whole ride your horse around in circles for 15 minutes uncovering this mist off the map. It makes exploration a bit tedious towards the end, but once again, it's hardly a deal breaker because as you progress, if you just want to focus on the main story, there's no issue there. You've got markers, it takes you there. You come across that you've got a bird that suddenly appears if you're near an undiscovered location that guides you to it. So you're not completely on a ledge there, but I thought it would just be a more refined way of doing things. Music, because obviously I can't talk about this game without the music. They've been very much true to Japan with the music. All the musical influences, from what I can tell, are traditional Japanese instruments and music styles, and the soundtrack is beautiful. It doesn't happen very often. It's like Breath of the Wild on Switch. Well, like Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Obviously, it's on Switch. There's a lot of ambience. There's a lot of riding through fields where it's just the sound of your horse and the wind rustling through the trees. But you do get those little motifs of soundtrack. And when they happen, oh, it is beautiful. There is nothing better than standing there, facing off against an assassin or a ronin in a one-to-one duel as an epic music piece is playing in the background, in the backdrop of waves crashing on a shoreline or wind blowing through a grass field, or standing under a autumn tree, and it's absolutely beautiful. It is a beautiful game, it is fantastic, and it's also heartbreaking in a lot of ways. I won't spoil the story. I've tried very hard so far not to spoil the story, but it is one that, if this game at all gets your interest, in the slightest, if you have seen any footage of it, if you've seen the trailer and you thought that looks interesting, you play it, give it a try, because I can guarantee I'm sure it will be worth it. It will be worth the cost because they have Sucker Punch. You sirs, ladies, you are all absolutely fantastic. You have done a brilliant job on this game, and I can't wait to see what else you pull off because, man, I know you have a long history. You've done Infamous, you've done Sly Cooper. I'm afraid to say I've only ever played Infamous 1, and I've never touched Sly Cooper. But with this game, I'm curious to see what else your studio's done. I'm curious to see where you go in the future because this has been an utter joy. I'm trying to think now, is there anything else I've not covered? Have I gushed enough about what I love about this game? Have I covered everything that I found annoying? Towards the end, maybe. Some of the enemy spawning, the amount of Mongols I had to fight, I may have found a bit tedious, but that was because I was exploring everywhere and trying to uncover the entire map. Some of the controls can be cluttered, like I mentioned before, with the with swapping between so many weapons. You've got everything mapped to triggers. It's a very deep control system. You've got a menu mapped to pretty much all 4 of the shoulder triggers, and then through the D-pad and the main buttons. So yeah, it can be quite confusing at times. I think with a slowdown system, like on the bows, you press the analog stick and it slows down time. I think if they applied something like that to the weapon wheels, that would be much better. I think it doesn't have to be to the same extent as the bows because the enemies don't need to move that much slower for you to figure out where the button you need to press is. But it mean you'd have be able to do a better variety of weapons as you fight the enemies. I think that's it. I think I'm gonna kick myself later because I'll probably realise I missed out something major. But for the most part, that's it. I'm not going to give this game a score. This is not what the No Holds Barred videos are about. This is just my thoughts, my feelings about a game and whether I can recommend it, and I can unequivocally say, yes, I recommend this game. And with that, I think it's probably best that I sign off before I start repeating myself. So, thank you very much for joining us for this edition of No Holds Barred. Thank you for listening to me rant about my love of this game. Hopefully, I will see you on the channel sometime in the future, be it here on YouTube or on Twitch. All the links are in the description below. If you enjoyed what you saw here, well, I really appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button, but the decision will always be yours. And to each and every one of you, I hope you have a beautiful evening, morning, or afternoon, wherever it is around the globe you are. And as always, until our paths next cross again, the Vortex awaits. I'll see you all next time. And there we go. That is another No Holds Barred done. And that will go out on, what's today? Tuesday. So that will probably go live on Monday next week. I'll have to forward that on to somebody I said I was going to forward it on to. So with that done, I think there is not much more for us to do here. It is now half an hour past my stop time. And well, it's not the end of Ghost of Tsushima just yet. We still have Thursday stream where we do our final mop-up of the map. And that's probably going to be quite a chill stream, to be honest. I don't think it's going to take us long. And then on Saturday at 2 o'clock, we are going to start our run of new Outer Worlds DLC. I'm going from one game I absolutely adore to another game I absolutely adore. Oh, I am living my best life on this channel, am I not? Right, anyway, with that said, time to do the usual ending spiel. So, if you're new here, hi, I'm Ezio. It's a pleasure to meet you. If you enjoyed what you saw, well, I'd really appreciate if you hit that follow button, but the decision will always be yours. If you ever want to catch me live, well, I stream here on Twitch every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 o'clock British Summer Time, and every Saturday at 2 o'clock British Summer Time. If you ever missed any of these streams, if you want to catch up with our playthrough of Ghost of Tsushima so far, well, you can find a link. Well, you can find all of these streams uploaded to the VOD section of this very channel in one format or another, or you can alternatively take a look at our YouTube archive, which is linked in the panels down below. We have uploaded there every journey we've ever been on, from our previous journey into the world of Final Fantasy VII Remake, to the Outer Worlds, which, like I said, we're going to start playing the DLC of on Saturday, and Luigi's Mansion 3, Metro Exodus, and we have just wrapped up well, earlier this year we wrapped up our full franchise playthrough of Kingdom Hearts. So give it a shot if you've got the time. With that said, as mentioned previously a couple of times, hopefully I'll see you again either on Thursday at 7 o'clock as we wrap up the last bits of Ghost of Tsushima, or on Saturday at 2 o'clock as we venture into the outer world. And to each and every one of you, may you have a beautiful evening, morning, or afternoon, wherever it is around this whole wide world you are. And as always, until our paths next cross again, the Vortex awaits. I'll see you all next time.